Good morning, Anandal. Hello. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
So, very good morning to all. So, one student responded out of 46. What about remaining 45 members? Very good morning. All are sleeping or what?
Good morning, sir.
Good
Yeah.
morning, sir.
So, you should be active, yeah.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah. Okay,
Good
okay.
morning, sir.
Okay. That is enough. Okay. I'll start the class. Screen is visible to you. Triggers. Hello. Hello. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Um, so today's class is triggers. So basically, the topic is that triggers and active databases. So what is the use of triggers in database designing, right? So the trigger is a type of procedure. We'll see what is procedure and etc. So it is one type of procedure that starts automatically if specified changes occurred in the database. So what are the changes? What if specified changes occurred in the database? What are the different types of changes? Remember, the trigger is a procedure that starts automatically if specified changes occurred to the database. So we have different types of changes are there. The changes may be delete, the changes may be update, the changes may be insert, it may be alter and etc. Right? So these are the different types of changes happening inside the database. If all these are if among if out of these changes, if any one is happening inside the database, the trigger is automatically started, which means that fired the corresponding action will be done. Right? We have two types of operations are there, triggers are there. So one is DML triggers and DDL triggers. DDL triggers. So in DML triggers, so we have these can be done at table level, table level triggers. So these are all database level. Data definition language triggers are database level triggers. Database level triggers. So how many types of triggers? We have two types, so table level and database level. In table level you are using DML commands, we are using in database level we are using DDL statements, right? So the next in triggers, how many parts are there? What are the parts are included inside the trigger? The trigger parts, trigger parts, right? So we have three parts are there. So one is one is trigger event, and second one is trigger condition, and third one is trigger action. How many parts are there? Trigger event, condition, and action, right? So here these are three parts that are present inside the database trigger. These are the three parts that are present inside the database trigger. So what is trigger action? If the condition, if any changes are happening, it may be delete or it may be insert or it may be update, anything happening, that is comes under action, right? So condition, if the condition is true, then do the action, right? So what type of event, on which table we have to use? So that is called as event. So we have three types of parts are there: event and condition and action, right? When an event occurs in the database, right? The database trigger is fired or executed. So it may be fired or executed, and predefined PL by SQL block. So PL by SQL block means procedure language or structured query language block will be performed necessary action, right? So which means that event means it may be update, it may be delete, it may be insert, and etc. Right? So all these are three types of triggers. Right. So what is the syntax for this trigger? What is the syntax for this trigger? The trigger, we are like we are creating a table, create a table, table name, like that. We have to use different types of syntaxes. Based on the syntax, we have to write. Uh, s- we have to write triggers, right? The syntax for this trigger is trigger syntax. What is that syntax? Create, create or replace, create or replace trigger. So trigger name, trigger underscore name. So create or replace trigger, trigger name. So we have so different types of statements. It may be DDL or DML statements. The statements are executed before triggering or after triggering. Trigger event on table name, table underscore name, right? Next, how many rows we need to update? So the respect based on the respective condition for each row, for each row. So what is the condition? What is the condition? When we have to write some condition. This is just a syntax. We'll see the next original part of this one. After this, we have to write PL by SQL. So we have to write what is that condition after this. So declare statement PL by SQL block is there. This is the body of the trigger. We have to use declare statement, declare declaration statement, and begin. So this is the SQL block, executable, executable statements, and after this, so we have different types of exceptions are there, and etc. So we have to end this. We started with the begin, and we have to end this one. So this is the common for all PL by the declare and everything. This is the common for all PL by SQL statement syntax. Okay, this is for creation of the trigger syntax. This is the creation of the trigger syntax. So here, if you observe create or replace means, so first time you are creating the trigger, we have to use create trigger name some table underscore operation like that. This is user defined. So already this operation underscore table trigger is there. We have to if you want to replace that one, create or replace trigger some operation underscore salary. So instead of first trigger, the second one is replaced. This is the meaning of if you use create or replace. If you do not use first time you are creating, if you use whatever you created, it is replaced. It is replaced on the existing one. That is about create or replace. Now let us see the example for create a table. So see here. So we have one table. The table name is, so one is create customer table and insert the values. First we have to create so customer table and insert the values. This is the first procedure. Insert values. So I created one table, customers table. I need to see the values. You know that how to see the values from the customers table. Select star from customers. Select star from customers. So Now, now this is if you give the this statement, select star from customer. So what are the values existing inside the customer, it will display. So the first customer ID attributes are name and age is there, and address is there, and salary is there. Salary, right? The first, for suppose first customer is one, customer name is Suresh, and so 33, and Vizag, Visakhapatnam, salary is some 20,000. Next to two, some Raja, 35, some Hyderabad, and 15,000. Three, some what is that? Some Joel, and 30. Next, Delhi, and 30,000. Four, some Chendu, and 37. What is this after this? Bangalore, and 40,000. Okay, so this is about what are the values inserted inside this customer table. So if you select a star from customers, we can we can get this table, right? Now we have to write what is that? We have to write one query. So one trigger on this table. The trigger, what is the trigger? How to create the trigger? Displays the salary difference between old salary, old value, and new salary. Now we have to write so that trigger, right? How to write that trigger? The salary difference between the old value, old salary, and new salary. How to write that query? See, so create create or replace create or replace trigger. The trigger name is I am writing display underscore salary changes. This is user defined, we can write anything, right? So next, before before delete delete or insert or update on, what is the table name? Customer table. So here, for each row, for each row, so what is the condition? When new dot id, this is the one keyword, new, for the customer id about new salary is greater than 0. If it is 0, if it is old value, if you compare with old value, old dot id, if you are compare with new salary, we have to write new and old. These two are keywords which are used in triggers. So that when new dot id greater than 0, then what we have to do? Declare. So we have to write salary difference. We have to take one variable. This is number. This is number. So begin. What we have to do? The operation sal underscore diff equal to, we have to write scope resolution equal to new news underscore salary minus old underscore salary, right? Like this. So if you write like this, we can get a we can get a then, so this is the difference between new salary and old salary. For suppose new.it is greater than 0. So if it is greater than 0 means, for suppose 3 is there. So if you give 3 in 3, so declare it, set a salary difference. We have to calculate whatever you enter the new salary minus old salary, then we can get a salary difference. So after that, if you want to print this salary difference, so how to print dbms hyphen, it's like a printf statement in C language. Output dot put underscore line. So I want to print old salary. old salary, like this. Old salary equal to, I need to print the value. So next column, old dot salary, old dot salary, and in semicolon. If you give like this, the output of dbms underscore output dot put underscore line. This is the syntax. Dbms underscore output dot put line. So the output is old salary equal to whatever old salary is there, it will display. Next, if you want to write new salary, the output dbms underscore output dot put underscore line new salary colon double quotation, so forward slash new dot salary. We can print a new salary. Then after getting old salary and new salary, we have to write the difference between old salary and new salary. So that how to print that salary difference, same dbms underscore output dot put underscore line. So within the brackets, salary difference colon forward slash, next again semi comma, sal underscore sal underscore difference. We can get sal under. Then after that, end of this one, we have to write, already we are opening beginning, we have to end this one. We have to end this one. Whatever the salaries, if the salaries, if the new salary is greater than zero, if the salary is greater than zero, then we have to read this one, set underscore difference number. This is the number, which means that this is that data type, this is the variable. So I need to calculate salary underscore difference equal to new salary, new old, these two are keywords while writing triggers. This, it represents a new value, it represents a old value, right? If you take this one, for suppose new value is, we are taking new value 50,000, we are taking new value 50,000. We are already, old value is there, old value is there. So old value, some of the respective to some 15,000 is there. Okay, so if you print this one first, old value will be printed 15,000, the new value will be printed 50,000. Next, after that, if you want to print a salary difference, so dbms underscore output on put line, put underscore line, within that, if you write like this, sal difference, colon double quotation close comma salary difference, so we can get the difference between these two. The difference between these two is 35,000, right? This is about how to write the trigger for the result. So once you, so the thing is that create the table. Okay, once you create the table, so after this, write this trigger. Once write this trigger. If you apply any delete or insert or update operations on this table, the trigger automatically fired. So this is happening inside this table, right? So for the better understanding purpose, if you see the practice, what I practiced in the lab, that is very easy. So you can see this one already. I practiced this one trigger. So basically the trigger is one of the stored procedure, right? Stored procedure means PL by SQL, we are using declaration section, and what is that declaration section, begin and end, in between executable statements are there, exceptions are there, right? That is the stored procedure, PL by SQL procedures. So it is automatically, what is that, the trigger is automatically invokes automatically. So whenever a special event inside the database, special event, which means that it executes automatically whenever any special event is occurred inside the database. That is the meaning of trigger. Trigger, when gun is fired, when in real time, when gun is fired, so when you press trigger, then only gun is fired. Yes or no? If you do something to the gun, then only the gun is fired. In the same way, in triggers in the database, if any modifications are done inside the database, which means that any event is occurred inside the database, the trigger is automatically so invokes and executed, right, for that respective database. For example, a trigger can be invoked when a row is inserted into a specified table. So okay, this is one event, this is the one event. A row is inserted in a specified table, or when a certain table columns are being updated. These two are some events inside the table, right? This is the syntax about trigger syntax, right? So create or replace. Already I told trigger name, before, after. These are the events on table. We can apply the insert on the table. We can delete insert on the table. We can update insert on the table inside the trigger on table for each row. So if you want to update all the rows, we have to use, it's like a for loop statement. For I equal to 0, I less than or equal to n, I plus plus. In the same way, so the for I equal to 0, I less than or equal to n, I plus plus, it executed up to n, so that the values, so if you want to print that values, we have to print I values, right? In the same way, in trigger database, if you use for each row, this is looks like a, for loop in the C language. So what if based on this condition, so if you execute we have to execute this trigger body trigger body, right? So now see the example. By seeing this example, we can understand easily. So this is about so triggers lab session. See, look at here. This is a one table already we created. We know that how to create the table. I created employee table. Then I need to select all the values from the employee. Select a star from employee. Select a star from employee. If I write this query, we can get like this. This is one table. This is one table with how many rows are there? Five rows are there, right? Five rows are there. The employee table consisting of ID, name, some super ID, and a salary and a B date. And not only this, if you observe, if you understand this concept, we can create your own table. Then we have to apply the trigger. Okay, so this is about first table. And second table, if you observe here, so select star from DEPT salary. This is the department number. This is the total salary. This is the total salary. Now if you observe this one, this is the first table. This is the second table. Okay, this is the foreign key table. Foreign key table. This is the parent table. Parent table. This is the child table. So we know that how to create the child table with foreign key relation. So once you create a foreign key relationship, these two are integrated. These two are integrated. What are the values inside the here? What are the values changes in the salary that is automatically happening inside this child table, which means that department salary table, DEPT sal, right? Remember, so while practicing your lab, create one employee table, right, with some primary key, right? So this is about first table. The second table, select star from DPT salary. Before writing this one, we have to create one table. So for this DPT sal table, DPT sal table, by using foreign key. By using foreign key means we have to use two tables. This is the foreign key relationship table. This is the parent table, right? This is the parent table. So that this is depend on this one, right? So remember, this is create a simple table with the primary key. So how to use foreign key, we know that. So by using foreign key, we have to create a DEPT salary. Once you create these two tables, insert all the values inside the table, right? So after this one, now we have to write one query. So I need to change the delimiter means, so for suppose before executing whatever the query executed, after this we have to use semicolon, etc. That is one. If you want to change that semicolon, that is the semicolon is one delimiter, dollar is one delimiter, we can use dollar as a one delimiter. I need to change that semicolon to some what is that, not symbol, right? We have to change delimiter dot, because if you write like this, the SQL may be treated that all these are single statements. So all these should be ending with semicolon. So that if you don't want to occur such type of what is that error, we have to change the delimiter not equal. Okay, not equal, right? So write the query. What is that query? What is that query? See, what is the trigger? Right, the trigger. This is one trigger. This is a trigger. So see here, create trigger. So this is about update sal. This is the trigger name. This is the trigger name. Create trigger, update sal. Right. So after insert on employee table. This is the after, not before. After insert on employee table for each row. So it is affecting to the all rows. Begin if see if new dot department number. This is new dot department number. Okay, new dot department number is not null. If it is not null, then we have to update a salary. Update department sal. Update department dept sal. So how to you know that how to write update dept sal. Set total salary equal to total salary plus new salary. Total salary plus new salary. Where how to update? Where department number equal to new dot dnum. New dot dnum. And if I am using if, so that we have to write, and if I am using begin, we have to end this one. Okay, this is about updating the salary. And so you add the new salary. If it is not null, so you add the new salary to the existing salary, then save into the total salary in the table department salary. In the table department salary, we can understand easily. This is about a trigger. Now what is happening? So once you create this one, now we are writing what is that update. See see insert insert so after insert we are using insert event, right? Insert into employee values. Insert into employee values. So we are inserting the values inside the employee. So these are the employee values. 6 Shaleen, and null 90,000. So this is the date of birth. This is the employee id. What is that? 2 last column, department number 2. 2 I inserted this one. Once I write this one, if I enter, so one row affected. We have to check so is it affected or not. So how to check? So select a star from employee. So before inserting this one, how many rows are there? 5 rows are there. After inserting this, after inserted, how many rows are there? 6 rows added. Okay, 6 rows added, right? So we understood employee table. Now 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 so we have to check the employee department table, the second table. So whatever we are using foreign key inside the second table, we have to check that one. Select a star from dpt salary. What is the salary? First salary is 1 lakh. Next 1 lakh 40,000. Next 1 lakh 30,000. If you observe here, what is before writing before inserting this query, before inserting this employee details, what is the dept salary of department number 2? Department number 2 salary is 50,000. Department number 2 is 50,000. Okay, now department number 2 is 1,40,000. How it is once you insert this 90,000. Once you insert this 90,000, um so inserting 90,000. So whenever you insert 90,000 into the employee table, so if the employee table is say the trigger is automatically fired internally. It is updated inside this table, inside this dept table, right? So see, if new dot department number is not null. What is new dot department number? This one. This is not null, right? Not null. then update DEPT salary, set total salary equal to total salary. What is total salary previously? What is total salary previously? 5,000, 50,000. Okay, 50,000 plus what is new salary? What is new salary? What we have updated? 90,000. 90,000. 50,000 plus 90,000, 1 lakh 40,000 updated. Where when you have to do this updation, where department number d number equal to new dot d num. New dot d number is 2. Department number is 2. D number is 2. If d number is existing 2, then only cc d number 2. We are updating new data, department number d number also 2. If these two are 2, then update that 90,000 to this respective row. 50,000. 50,000 plus 90,000, 1 lakh 40,000. 1 lakh 40,000. See, right? So did you understand? So once you write this insert table, insert value into the existing table, after the check that it is added or not, already added, right? So once you added, so next you have to check to select a star from DEPT salary. So if anything happening, so here instead of 50,000, we added 90,000. How it is happened inside this DEPT salary? By executing the trigger automatically when you update, when you insert values into the employee table. That you have to understand, right? Automatically executed and updated inside the DEPT salary, right? This is about one already previous this one. So we are updating this one department table. We are adding 90,000, so that this is a output of the department 2 having 1 lakh 40,000, right? So this is about how to update, how to insert, how to working, or what is the working of insert inside the trigger, right? Next one more insert value is that, see, insert into employee values. So we are inserting employee values 7, some switch is there, null 45,000. This is the date of birth. Null, if you observe here, null, this is the department number d number, right? So what is happening? If you execute this one row affected, no doubt about it. No, one row inserted. So how to see it is inserted or not? Select a star from employee, right? If you see already previously we have 6 rows are there. If you insert this one, 7 rows, right? 7 rows. Now the data is available. Now whenever you insert this one, any changes are happening inside this table. Second table, see, whenever you insert this table, this one, any changes are happening. So this is first table, seven rows are there. So second one, so one more table you take, select star from department. This is another table. Okay, this is the third table. See, select a star from department table, DEPT cell. No changes. No changes. Why why So here, if you see here, null. If uh, if you check this one, if new dot dnum is not null, if it is not null, then we have to do the addition to the existing salary, right? We have to add the new salary to the existing total salary. If it is null, we should not do anything. Okay, it is false, it should not go to inside this one automatically, and the end, it will execute from this condition, right? So that it is not happening inside that whatever the previous values are there, that is existed. So 1 lakh, 1 lakh 40,000, 1 lakh 30,000, right? This is about if you take d number is null, right? Next next now one more condition is that delete before delete, right? This is one event. Create trigger name is same. So we have to write update sal delete. This is user defined. Before delete on employee, before delete on employee, for each row, if old dot d number, old dot d number. Here when you are using a delete, when you are using a delete and update, when you are using a delete, we have to use the keyword old only. Okay, when you are inserting values into the table, we have to use, we are inserting, so that we have to use a new keyword. You should not use old keyword, right? We are inserting, so that we have to use a new keyword, right? So here, if old dot d num is not null, okay, already existing and d number is not null, then update this one. How to update? Update salary, set salary difference. We have total salary minus old salary when d number equal old dot d number. Remember, old dot d number. And if this one, this is about deletion. This is about see, this is about event. What is the delete event? This is the trigger name. Trigger name. This is the table name. Table name. Okay, this is the condition. We know that this is the condition, right? So this is the action we have to do. What action we have to do, right? So end, right? This. So see, if old dot dnum is not null, so if you want to, fire this one, we have to write one delete operation. One delete operation. Before we have seen in session, if you want to fire that existing trigger, we have to write one insertion statement. The same way we are writing before delete, so we have to write one delete, then automatically the trigger implicitly fired what are the different types of actions inside this table. So that is done, right? So see here, this is about delimiter. We are changing delete from employee where id 6, id 6, delete from employee where id 6, id 6. See, id 6, is it deleted or not? We have to check. Select the star from employee, 6 id is deleted. 6 already, number id number 6 deleted. Yes or no? Deleted, right? So after this one 6 deleted. After this one, select a star from dept sal. See, 50,000, right? So by seeing this 50,000, what you have understand, where id equal to 6, what is id equal to 6? Id equal to 6, id equal to 6 means salary. What is salary? 90,000. See, remember, so remember id 6 salary is, what is salary? 90,000. Okay, this is 90,000. See, so here create trigger update before delete on employee for each if old dot dnum, old dot dnum, or old dot dnum. Old dot dnum means what? Old dot dnum, see, 2. Old dot dnum is 2. This is not null, so that then update salary. So what is old dot dnum salary? 90,000. So dnum salary is dnum 2 salary 90,000. Okay, so denum salary, this is 2. 2 is not equal to null, then update total salary. How much? Total salary equal to, total salary equal to, total salary equal to, what is total salary? What is total salary? Already previously 1 lakh 40,000 is there. 1 lakh 40,000 minus, so old salary, old dot salary, so 90,000, right? We can get to 50,000. This is the 50,000. So where d number is 2 equal to old dot dnum. Old dot dnum is, this is the old dot dnum. If these two are true, then we have to deduct some amount old salary from the total salary. This is 50,000. This is the output. So here see, if you select a star from department salary, select a star from department salary, we can get 50,000. This is about delete from, so delete 6, right? So we can get what is that? So 50,000, right? Next, in the same way, delete from employee where ID equal to 7. Delete from employee where ID equal to 7. If you see here, ID is 7. So this is the ID. Now we have to use department number is not null. Department number is not null. So whatever the previous values are there, that is displayed here. Select a star from DEPT salary. Automatically the same salaries are displayed here. Why? Because already the number null. What we have written inside this delete trigger, if see here, create trigger update salary before delete. Okay, everything. If volt or denum is not null, if it is not null, already we have updated. If it is null, now the seventh row, what is seventh row? D number is null, so that it will not execute anything. It will not execute anything. It will not execute anything. So what is the value? Previously value is existing, so that the trigger will not fired. It is not updating now. It is not update anything inside this DEPT salary. DEPT salary. So this is the select a star from. So once you write, once you delete this one. So if you see the trigger fired or not, it is not updated anything, because so in trigger, in the original table, employee table, D number is null. So that if you see here, already I told two times, trigger not null. If it is not null, then only if it is null, it will not fired. So that no changes inside this table, right? This is about triggers. Okay, I'll keep this lab session inside this classroom. We have to practice tomorrow afternoon lab. Then we have to submit. Same, we have to practice and we have to submit, right? So remember, first creating the table, create this table with primary key, right? So DID. After this, we have to use one foreign key table. This one, insert the values. Okay, yeah, if you create these two, then after that we have to write so one trigger with insert alert next slides, delete also there. So same we have to execute this insert and delete, right? After this one, we have to write one insert statement. Select what are the values existing. If it is inserted, it is affected to the original table. So check this one. Once it is affected, again we have to check second table. So second table, so any changes are there, so check this one. So if any changes are there, then only the trigger is fired. When changes are happening, if the department department D number is not null, then only it is fired. Otherwise it will not fired. This is about one type of trigger, one type of trigger, right? And one more example is there. One more example is there. Already we have seen what is that before after. So before we have seen, if you require, we can write after also for each row. So these are the different types. So what are the different types of trigger parts? Are there trigger event, trigger condition, trigger action is there? Three types executed inside the, we have seen all these things. Next, we have to uh, practice one thing is that see here, trigger exercise. I'll I'll keep these three inside this classroom. Okay, we have to open, we have to read once and execute. Okay, how to execute? So before insert, after insert, before update, after update, before update, delete, after delete. This is about our exercise. If you understand, we can execute this one. Otherwise, we can execute whatever I have explained now. We'll execute. So this is the syntax about triggers. Okay. And when we are using new operator, see here, inside the body tracker we used old keyword to accept employee number, and new keyword you cannot use the old keyword. So for insert, we have to use new keyword, we cannot use the old keyword. Okay. So however, delete, we have to use how to delete new, that is meaningless. We have to delete a already existing already inserted value, so that delete old keyword, we have to use old keyword, we should not use new, right? Like that, this is the trigger limitations and etc. This is about triggers, see. So this is one trigger. So before update, after update, how to update how to use update with old values, right? This is somewhat different from our example. This is about one example. This is a triggers exercise. This is one more exercise. See, same exercise you have to use. So you are taking one table. So how to if age is less than 25, then we have to do this update. Otherwise, give the some error. Okay, this is about another example. So just you have to see all these things, then you can understand Agile. If you understand whatever I presented, whatever I presented, so employee table and the DEPT salary, then we can understand all these things, right? So I'll keep inside this classroom. So create trigger and MySQL or exercise. This one triggers, what I explained. Practice that tomorrow afternoon session. Okay. Okay, and this is the today's class about triggers. You remember whenever anybody asks you that what is trigger, it is a procedure. It starts automatically when any changes are made inside the database. What are the changes? That the changes are, it may be delete, it may be update, it may be insert, anything, right? Right. So there are two types of triggers we can create: a DML and a DDL create. In DML, we are using in a table level triggers. In DDL, we are using database level triggers, right? So, and next, what are the different types of parts are there? The triggers are trigger event, trigger condition, and trigger action. All these are different types of parts inside the trigger, right? You know that what is the syntax, we know that, we know very well, right? This is about triggers, right? Okay. Okay, thank you. I'll stop the class. I'll continue day after tomorrow. So, which means that day after tomorrow means tomorrow afternoon, 1:40 we have lab. So we have to practice all these whatever I told this session, triggers session. We have to practice. We have to submit. I'll give the time. So based on that, we will submit. Okay. Okay. Thank you all. Kiran, are you there? Hello. 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 Kiran, Chandrasekhar, Shravanya, all are there or sleeping?
Yes,
Hello?
sir.
Mm. Where is Chandrasekhar? Where is Kiran? Ravi Kiran is there? Okay. Anyhow, maybe they'll on the mic and they'll attend. They'll keep somewhere else. They'll go to somewhere else, right? Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.